back to the Fourth Estate Militia Actual Play. The patients get disconnected, the doctor learns about pain. An exit is made, chase combat is had. Chummers, we got a little bit of everything in this one. It's time to begin episode 62. That's the meta-humane thing to do.
So we good to go?
I believe so.
I'm
Last
good.
week we left off. Red Hot was disconnected from the system. Kennel's dad was disconnected from the system, and Improv had scored 2 successes on Cass to get her disconnected. We had the crazy doctor I had in a clinch, in a subdual grapple, and I had been banging his head into the wall trying to get him to talk, but he is a very willful individual, and we weren't able to crack him.
Okay. At this point, how are you holding this guy, Kennel? Like, are you just slamming him up against the wall? Do you have like his arm behind his back? How are you holding on to this dude?
You know how there's in wrestling there's the there's the full Nelson. You get behind him, you put your arms under their armpits and around the back of their head. I always forget what the other direction is called, where you go like over the arms and then you loop your hands underneath where their back is, like you're grabbing them between the shoulder blades. Like if you're going to try to pin them and you do the back roll, that thing.
Arm bar.
Yeah, not the jujitsu arm bar, but like the double from behind.
Yeah. It's literally just an arm bar.
Okay, so
Or you could call it like if you're really from the back of nowhere, it's a chicken wing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that a chicken?
So basically got him like that, and this way I've got him lifted off the ground, and I'm using all my 700 plus pounds to lean into him against the wall so I can be all scary right in his ear. And every time he gets sort of uppity, I'll back up and I'll just slam him forward into the wall again. And I believe Horatio was helping out with the intimidation.
Okay. So, Improv, you've been disconnecting everyone. Do you have cyber technology on you?
No, I was using hardware because I had neglected to pick up cyber technology at this point. I should have, but I did not.
I was just wondering if you had the skill or not. I was going to make you a roll if you had it, because I don't think you can default on cyber technology, can you?
No.
Okay. As you're disconnecting these people, you start disconnecting Cass, and at one point he's able to like arch his back, get his knee underneath him, and push himself off a little bit off the wall, and he's able to he turns his head to the side, just barely able to peek either over like underneath your arm and see Improv doing that. He's like, no, don't stop. What are you doing?
Saving the day, Slitch.
No, you do that, you'll disconnect them from the resonance. Stop.
Disconnect him from the what? That's a computer, man. What you talking about?
The resonance, you fool.
I think he's talking about some band, Kennel. Right? Isn't that like a musical thing?
No, it's what the resonance is what makes the actual matrix. As I assume you slam his head back up against the wall.
Yeah, we'll give him a love tap back into the wall.
Just for the record, I love you guys.
One of these days I'll have a smart character, I promise.
So, Improv, what do you do?
I don't trust this guy, and I trust my skills at properly doing hardware. So I'm going to keep going unless someone tells me to stop. Because fuck this guy. You know?
Nope, it's completely fair.
Right? Like, we don't know this guy has no incentive to be straight with us, so I'm going to keep going.
Mr. GM, would I be able to roll a judge intentions on this guy?
Yeah.
3 hits, sir.
Yeah, whenever he noticed that, especially whenever she started messing with Cass, that he's legit begun to freak out. He's no longer just like trying to fight you off, trying to just trying to get away. He is actually like legit trying to fight back and get you off of him, to the point of where he's like where you think he may end up like dislocating his shoulder if he keeps going the way he's going.
Oh darn. Yo, what's your problem, man? Why you freaking out so hard? I got to start breaking stuff again?
'Cause this is my life's work, you moron.
Oh, I don't care about that.
I understand it, but you can kill her.
I mean, this whole place is blowing up and she's unconscious, so either way it's going to happen if I don't do it. So I'm going to keep going. Like,
no, stop.
No.
So make your roll.
All right. Do I get jury rigger bonus because I'm doing shit I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm pretty good at doing said crap I don't know about?
I'm going to say no here.
Aw.
You just get your hardware.
Okay.
I think that's the first time jury rigger has not applied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because like this is actual proper equipment. Jury rigger like is more like building and all of that sort of stuff. You're more just kind of pulling it out and hoping you do the right thing.
Oh no.
How many ones is that?
Which
That's only
Ah,
7. Don't forget, you did get 1 edge back for the new session.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know what kind of other crazy shit is down here. And if Cass dies, I'll be honest. I didn't spend too long developing. I'll be real honest.
I know.
So I'm good
she
for now.
she was a good hook for this.
Yeah.
So I took advantage of it.
Yeah, for sure.
So do you keep going?
Yeah. Oh, do you want me to keep doing extendeds here?
Yeah, make me one more roll.
That's better.
And each of these rolls take a minute. So, like, when you're about halfway through, Kennel, you began thinking he was going to pop his arm out of socket. This time, he literally pops his arm out of socket. You actually like see the L shape of his shoulder like moving around, like in the skin and the mud. He's still fighting you,
Ew.
trying to get away.
Yo, this fool breaking himself in pieces trying to get out of here.
If he's not going to help us, you should put him down. That's the like meta-humane thing to do.
He just begins begging, "Don't take her off the table, please. Don't take her off the table."
You know, when the bad guy says don't do something, you know what I think I need to do? I think I need to do it. And since I still haven't grappled in a subdual action, I am going to inflict my strength in stun damage on this guy. So he can, of course, soak it and armor applies.
How much damage is that?
I have a strength of 8.
Okay. So you bang his head off of the side, or I guess smother him slightly. And he continues fighting and fighting and fighting. He's starting to slow down. His legs are kicking a little slower up until Improv you end up disconnecting her from the last little bit. And the biomonitor that she is hooked up to, as is Red Hot and Kennel's father, the biomonitors seem to be okay.
Okay. We should get out of here.
But none of them seem to be waking up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're gonna need Horatio and Kennel to carry them, or drag them, whatever. They're not gonna die.
Is there a gurney or anything that we've seen in here?
No. They're on almost what looks like stainless steel. I forget what it is. Like almost like autopsy tables. And while Red Hot isn't completely naked, just down to like just his chest is, the other two are.
Improv, when you're done, maybe you can like jury rig a sled out of my survival kit.
Are you carrying one with you?
Yes, there's one everywhere. It's built as armor.
Okay. I can try if you'd let me make that attempt, Mr. Jim. I don't know what role I would need.
Get them all out first.
Trying like a makeshift gurney or something.
Yeah, I mean, like, because like there's stuff in here. There's like some surgical tubing and like some cardboard and like some glass. And I think you could work all that into a gurney somehow.
Well, you got like my tent, right? You could use the tent.
Rip. You can rip some like bed linens. Metal pipes. All kinds of stuff that reasonably goes together under the auspices of jury rigging. If that's
fair.
possible.
Yeah, you'd be able to make it pretty quickly. It wouldn't take you much time at all.
Okay. I mean, basically what I would do is it wouldn't even be a gurney. It would be basically using surgical tubing to make like a Y harness to throw around them so Kennel or Horatio can just drag them behind them, right?
Yeah, like you could even move over the little metal stands that hospitals always have with like with like the pumps and stuff that pump in various things, have the IV bags hanging off of them. You'd like bend those to help make whatever you need. For Red Hot and Cass, it's not a big deal at all. Well, they're both fairly small. Red Hot's actually smaller than Horatio, weight-wise. But Sam seems to be a Kennel. Kennel, what's your body?
I believe 7.
Yeah, stat-wise, he would be a 9. So while Kennel's like 700 pounds, he's at least like 800 or 900. He's a big dude.
I always wanted to grow up as big as Dad. Well, what I'm going to do, just to deal with the doctor once and for all, since he wasn't giving us any answers, I'm going to do another round of inflicting a whole lot of stun damage on him. And I will do so basically until he gets knocked out.
Yeah, he would go down on your next bit. He's already inflicted physical damage on himself because I crit glitched him trying to get out of the hold. And you smother him.
All right. And since I'm a smart man, in my go bag, I always keep some zip ties. I am going to zip tie his hands together and then to his belt so that they stay at the small of his back. And I will very unceremoniously dump him on the ground as I am helping build the makeshift gurney drag kit to get everybody out of there.
Yo, we should like bring him with us if we can, because then we could ransom him back to somebody.
Yeah, like that band, that Resonance band he was talking about.
Right, he's got to be a manager or something.
Do we got a way to keep him from like making? What if he has like a comlink built into his head or something? Like I'm just kind of what if they track him? Like we bring him back to the treehouse, and these fools track him there.
I can make sure there's no signals.
Yeah, if you get a proper look at this guy, both of his lower arms, like from his elbow down, have been obviously replaced by cyberware. You can see some very obvious compartments in his hands and everything, as well as the back part of his head, from like the neck up, like up to almost his scalp, has a stainless steel covering over it, and his hair is a bright red that's kind of like sticking up in every general direction.
Yo, for reals, do we even want to mess with this fool, or do we just want to, deal with him right now?
I'm fine with either.
Well, look, we got to go because remember our shooters, our rooftops in the trash gillies. They said that them pigs was on the way, so we need to get out of here like right away.
Yeah, we should go.
So what's the vote? Is we bringing him with us or we not?
What if I like shoot him in the neck like with that other guy? Doesn't that disable all their cyberware? That's what you said that one time.
Point. That's a good point. Yeah, he good on that.
Then we look at improv.
No, usually that kills them almost every time, actually.
Oh, but before you said that's how you disable them, so you can get their cyberware, right?
What?
If they have like a brain deck.
Well, yeah, but I mean they're still dead. It just means you didn't damage the head.
Oh, because you didn't want us to shoot him in the brain deck.
Yeah.
Oh. And he's actually going to smack Horatio on the arm. She just didn't want to shoot him in the head and shoot the brain deck thing, man. Yo, I tell you, every day, this improv girl, she's smart. I'm telling you, man, she like crazy smart.
Does this guy have a brain deck?
Did I see the telltale signs on the side of the head of like the scarring for one? Or any matrix signature?
The only thing you see is the protective plate covering whatever sort of headwear he would have.
Okay. God, I wish I had cyber tech. Holy shit.
Have a radar sensor? Right? Don't you have radar?
I do. But
could she ping the radar through him?
She would see that he has headwear. You wouldn't be able to tell what it is.
Basically, the bottom line is I need to pick up cyber tech immediately following this. Is the answer?
Does Juliet have matrix connectivity to these?
You do, but only because they left the door down here open.
Bring him anyway, yeah?
All right, deal. We're bringing him. Cool. We got him. I got this. And I'm going to start dragging my dad on his makeshift thing toward the elevator. And if I can, in the other hand, I'll drag the doctor. Now, question though with his arms. You said they appeared to be cyber from the elbow down. With 2 hits on a first aid check, do they appear to be removable in any way?
The hands are most definitely removable.
Yo, improv, you know how to take these hands off? Like, is there like an eject button or something?
I don't have cyber tech. Stop asking.
Well, dang.
I got this. And then he shows you his mini welder. That'll work, right?
Yeah, that's pretty smart. How about we'll cut his hands off after we get out of here, all right? Does that sound good?
Okay.
I mean, I do have medicine, so I can cauterize the wound.
Medicine would work here at a -2.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you medicine as a -2 here.
All right, I can try that. Rip.
You know it's possible, but you're not sure how with this particular brand of cyberware.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is not my concern right now. I am making a fast track to the elevator, and I will be dragging my dad, and I will be dragging the good doctor with me.
All right. I'm going to need a lift and carry check from you because your dad is heavy.
All right. And I guess I'm going to drag Cass and Red Hot. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I made like jury-rigged harnesses for you to pull them by. They're probably going to take some stun damage, but that's fine.
Like that old movie, Snow Dogs. The classic that survived the crashes.
Mr. GM, may I apply any modifiers based on the makeshift draggy splint thing that Improv made for us?
Yes. Give yourself... Actually, double your strength modifier in this case.
Oh, holy Jeebus. This is like a crowbar again. 8 hits, I can keep all of those.
Yeah, not a problem. Once you get him hooked up, and you have to like your dad, like once you get him hooked up, you have to like grab underneath his arms, and it's real awkward. Like his neck's not like bouncing around anywhere or anything, and he's somewhat supported. You're able to get him worked out.
See, I just had to remember when I was training all those pit bulls for the dragging competitions, like how to get low and lean your shoulders into it, and this way you can push with your hammies and your glutes, so you're not trying to do it all with your back muscles. See, that's how you do it.
No, you're supposed to use your back.
No, that's
and then
only
he'll
when
try and follow.
That's only when you're picking stuff up. When you're dragging stuff, put it all in your knees. You know that.
But we're gonna edge that.
Wow, did you have left last time, Horatio?
I'm not sure.
Because I thought I had almost all of y'all's edge taken.
I was completely out. I believe Juliet was out, and I think Improv was out.
I had one left.
But we all got an edge back for it being a new session, so it works.
Well, it's mostly because you guys completed a goal. So, at this point, Juliet, while Improv was still getting Cass unloaded on this last go-around, you begin getting the initial group of people showing up in either small and fast cars or mostly bikes, and they're driving by doing harassing shots on your group.
Time to take on. She's going to start having I think she already got most of the people in motion, except for the battle van.
Which at this point is fully inside the vehicle bay.
Okay. Well, let me get this straight. She previously told everyone who was already in vehicles inside the vehicle bay to get out, except for the battle van. Are most of those people being harassed at this point as they followed orders, or did they get out relatively quickly?
Well, pretty much all that was left there is the battle van with you.
Oh,
there was like 20 people in, or there was 10 people.
Everything else has been trashed.
It was 10 people in the van, in the battle van that showed up. The Outriders, they could either be there with you if you wanted them to, or they could be gone. The snipers have already begun working their way out.
Okay, the big question at this point is, and this is where Juliet has her usual priority set. What other vehicles are
there? Are 2 Roadmasters, a Charger, and I believe Red Hot had a Xinjiang. No, he had a Phoenix. Sorry.
Both Chargers and both Roadmasters, I believe. She's going to have 4 of the people in the battle van. The ones
a single Charger and 2 Roadmasters.
Okay, those 3 then. Those 3 are going to get drivers of some sort who are at least relatively decent. Every action should hopefully be enough default dice to knock.
Yeah, they all understand how to drive a car. They may not be great at it, but they know how to.
And assuming that she has enough forewarning of the people incoming, she'd throw forth into the Xinjiang and have the Outriders escort them out. And then the battle van is waiting for the rest of our people. So ideally we're down 4 people from the battle van, and 6 remaining plus Juliet for the others to get back.
Okay. So do you have them take up like defensive positions? What do you have them do? Because at this point, they're answering only to you.
Gotcha. At this point, yeah, just anything that pokes its nose into the vehicle bay gets blasted. That's all there is.
Nobody shows up to the vehicle bay. All you're getting is the occasional like strafing drive-by shots.
That's no problem. We're staying inside the nice tank we have for now.
So do you have them get loaded up?
They should be loaded up in the battle van, watching the door to blow the head off anything that pops up.
All right, just wanted to make sure. Yeah, so at this point, the rest of you begin working your way back out. Improv, are you leading the way? You letting Horatio and Kendall do it?
I mean, I'm gonna let them lead the way. I'm not the person to lead the way in terms of getting shot. You know what I mean?
Okay. Do all of you have low light vision?
Yeah.
I do, yes.
Let me double check, because I know I think I put that in my ballistic mask.
Well, and he has thermal if he doesn't have low light. Because troll.
Yeah, but I want low light specifically. Unless you have an infrared flashlight or something.
I do have an infrared flashlight built into my my arm PPP, but I do
Oh,
not
yeah.
have low light.
No, that would justify it. In this case, like as you guys are leaving, you begin having to step over the bodies of the stuff that you guys had taken out. And Kendall, you would realize this beforehand. All the animals that you're stepping over are either large dogs or like large predatory type style cats. Not something that you would find out in the barrens or anything, but more like out in the wood.
Okay.
And they are all cybered out. Like these would put even like the most, like in most cases, like even the most cybered up troll to shame. The frontal plating of their faces have been pulled out. Entire like paws of theirs have been replaced with complete cyberware, using hand razors for claws and all of that sort of stuff.
Ew.
Yeah, these things are nasty. The little bit of like skin that you can see has obviously been replaced with some sort of like really tough synthetic skin over top of it. Well, you see one, like as you're running the corner or rounding a corner, one that you guys had dropped that has that actually has a Vindicator machine gun on its back.
Ooh. Kid?
Is it built into the back, or is it just conveniently tied on there with shoelaces? That would be really easy for me to cut since I don't have armor or to remove things.
Well, it's more like a. It looks almost like a drone, like where it's like been built into the thing's back. This would actually be more Improv's thing. If Kendall points it out to you, or if you actually just take a second to look at it, it looks like they had built a weapon mount into like grafted a weapon mount just onto the thing's skeleton, and then put the Vindicator on top.
We don't have time for this. We gotta move.
Carol, just pick the whole thing up, please.
Yo,
We're dragging 3 people.
I'm already carrying enough, thank you. You wanted me to steal this doctor fool? I'm stealing the doctor fool for you. Jeez.
Fine. Yeah, forget the doctor.
No, he's worth money.
But it's fine.
He's got the
Give up
brain cancer, like Improv, right? That makes you smart. Don't you want to be smart? You can come down and get it.
Woo!
Yo, just make sure our exit hole is all clear. We going full on Italian plumbers. We coming up through a pipe. You understand me?
Yeah. Just make a beeline for the vehicle bay already. And at this point, Julia will have to scramble up to the top of the vehicle bay to play Overwatch for where the others are.
All right, so you're climbing to the roof
Mm-hmm.
of the vehicle bay. All right, make me a dodge test.
Why am I not surprised? Can she take full defense?
Yeah. And also give yourself a +4 for cover. Like I'm assuming you would be coming like from the inside, like up a trap door, is the reason I'm giving you cover. All right, so you don't get shot, but like as soon as you flip the trap door up, a spray of automatic fire shoots out the top. Do you continue like trying to run up through there? Do you duck back down and be like, not worth it? Or what does she do?
Great, not worth it. Survival instincts are kicking in. She pops back down, leaves the trapdoor open, and Fellas, you know how those blueprints were talking about old water pipes that connected most of the buildings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to go through those.
Well, remember, the building we're coming up is the one with the RH on it for Red Hot's location, and Horatio's truck is literally parked inside that blue rectangle. That's where we're coming up.
Oh, the truck is in there with you. I'm an idiot. Okay,
Yeah,
Right,
they
yeah.
literally like parked it like right by the door
I
where they're coming
forgot.
out of.
all right, we're good. Never mind. Just tell us when, and we'll give you cover.
Well, Mr. GM, once we get to the elevator, does it have power? Is it functional?
Yep, it does have power. Would you guys actually make me a perception check real quick? At a -4.
Maybe we apply a visual spec, or would you like a general perception?
This will definitely would be visual.
Damn.
Jeez, improv.
I see nothing.
Well, I mean, you're carrying two bodies. One of them's your own father, hanging off the front of you, is significantly bigger than you. Improv, you're actually the only one who sees them, but you see a group of people. If you have a flashlight or something that you shine over them, you definitely see that their eyes are reflective back towards you, standing like further into the mine, just holding pickaxes and power tools and various mining equipment. They don't seem to be threatening. They're just like when they see you, like they hold their hands up or like retreat back.
Oh, good. They're not in our way then.
Yeah, no. It looks like they were like peeking their heads around to figure out what's going on, but you definitely do see them.
I would point them out to the others and just say, "Be careful," and then we just keep moving because we need to get the fuck out of here. I don't know who these people are. It's not our problem.
All right, so you guys make your way up. The elevator/blast door seals back up whenever you guys reach the top. As you open the door, you get a shot of an automatic burst out the front of you.
I guess that would be me.
Would you make me a dodge roll?
You were supposed to tell me when you get up.
At a -5.
Can I declare full defense for this? Feel free to say no.
In this case, no, because you're carrying two people. Even for Horatio, that's pretty heavy.
Do I have any cover bonus?
I'll give you a +2. Okay, so you don't get shot.
Yay!
Like when you open the door, the bullets fire, but like you slide it back shut, and the bullets ping off the door.
Boys, did I hear shots?
Cover us!
Those aimed at me. There we go. Hit it. And the battle van's off.
So are you in the battle van?
Yes.
Are you driving or shooting?
Shooting.
Dwarves
Okay.
can't drive. They can't reach the pedals.
Would you mind making me... Are you using the mounted gun or your own
She's
gun?
using her AK-97 out of one of the gun slots.
All right, so make me an automatic shot and a -2.
Alrighty.
Okay. You bust through the vehicle bay door, which is like a hanging metal door. It doesn't stop the D-Series truck that you guys are in. It bends outwards, bows open. But standing in front of you, like where last time, the only thing that you saw was people strafing by, firing bullets every now and then. There are 3 cars placed out front, kind of in a concave pattern, with 4 people at each car standing out that fire in. And you hit one of them, guy immediately goes down. 2 of the guys who are K-98s both fire a grenade at 2 different targets. One car blows up. The other one doesn't completely explode. The backside of it does. It forces 2 of them forward. And all that's left is one of the vehicles. And as you guys begin pulling away, tries to give chase.
I kind of need to agree.
Now, do the rest of you wait a second, or immediately just go and try to jump at the gopher?
I feel like adrenaline is up, and at least Horatio would just bolt.
Probably because, I mean, again, we just need to get out of here, right? Like that speed is what matters, right? I mean, does that make sense?
If that's the case, I need everyone to make me a reaction plus intuition check when you open up the door.
Reaction plus.
Mr. Jim,
I'm sorry, reaction plus edge check.
Okay.
Would it be possible to do a traveling overwatch for this?
Yeah, yeah. If you want to do that, that would definitely be helpful.
If I can go first and draw their fire, I'd be willing to do that.
Well, again, reaction plus edge. If you guys want to try to do a traveling overwatch, the three of you, you can definitely roll for that.
Kennel,
And
I mean,
that is the 2 hits we need for it, so it'll give us a +1 to perception and +2 to our initiative if combat is initiated.
well, I'll go first. There's my reaction edge.
Yeah, as soon as you slide the door open to go, a large volume of bullets just pop, 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 begin just hosing down the door that you guys are trying to go through. Killer, are you happy that I'm enough successes?
Not really. That
And
was
you
my
do
last
die. It
edge.
is all your fault.
Does this feel like the barrage of fire that would be from a suppressing fire kind of thing?
Yep, reaction plus edge.
Yeah, since we got to get through here, so I will spend my point of edge. And that brings me up to 5 hits.
Okay, all you needed was 3 to not get shot. Whoever this is, you guys see a rifle or just some sort of fairly large gun sitting on a bipoded up. Whoever this is has it sitting on the roof of a car, and as soon as the door opens, just lets loose. But you guys are all able to get in, jump in without being hit. Seems like this guy was pulling a little high.
Whew. If I could, I would like to give a super loud whistle, the special whistle that calls the cockatrices back. That basically says it's dinner time, come to daddy. So the the standard manly call. With my super war cry completed, I will get dear old dad and the dirty master scientist into the bed of the truck, and I will shield dad with my body, and I will kind of hold dirty scientist guy against the sidewall of the bed of the truck as an additional form of armor should it be needed.
All right, would you give me one more reaction plus edge?
Do we get a cover bonus from the body of the truck?
Yes.
And how much would that be?
What's the body of a gopher?
Body is 14.
So you would get, we'll say a 3, +3 from it. And this is just because you're trying to get in the bed of the truck. You have to jump over the truck to get in.
I can't imagine 2 giant trolls and a comatose scientist being able to fit into the cab of the truck, so that's why I'm going straight for the bed.
Oh, yeah, you wouldn't. No, not at all.
5 hits! Oh my goodness.
So yeah, you don't get shot again. You hear them buzzing like all around you. You hear them clicking to the side of the vehicle. But with how fast you're moving, you don't get shot.
May I eject once we're all getting a little close to it? May I give it a command to turn on its the thermal smoke?
Yeah, of course.
All right. So there's going to be this hiss, and
Nice.
from underneath the car, there's going to be this deep purple smoke with little blinking LED lights that kind of float in the smoke that start to swarm around it.
Nice. How far can the cockatrices move?
I was smart enough to put most of the stats down. They are agility 5, and they have running
So is
7.
that 20 meters?
I believe for running would be 20 meters, and they have running 7 if we need to do a roll to see how fast they can go.
Yeah, I'll let you roll it. Roll me 11d6.
2 hits. Oh god, that's a lot of ones. That's 7. That is a glitch.
That is a glitch.
Oh no!
All right, so out of the side door, these massive chickens come charging through. It's their wings both flapping. One jumps and tackles, like with its hind legs, tackles the guy holding the LNG, hits him with a tail, and then does like little scratching that chickens do, like across this guy's chest. It tries to run away and gets blasted from the back, whereas the other one just runs straight to the truck and fully jumps and lands on the top of the truck, on the cab of the truck.
Loris, you went down for a good cause. Olena has survived.
And I assume Improv and Horatio, you guys load up in the truck as well.
Oh, yeah.
We'll
We gotta get out of here.
All right, so we're taking a simple action for both of you to get in.
Okay.
And Horatio, if you want to drive, give me the driving check.
All right. If you want to leadership it all, I would not turn this down.
I will happily start telling you how to drive your car.
Backseat driving for the win.
It's not technically backseat. I'm in the bed of the truck, so it's a little bit different.
It's more backseat panicking.
Are you kidding me? That's one hit on 10 dice.
And I believe we're going to be using the peel out maneuver here.
All right.
I'm pretty happy with that.
That's a lot of peeling
That
out
should
right
get
there.
us to. It should get us to max speed.
Unless you have, I think the max speed is a 5.
Yes, with the control rig. No, it's a. Oops, that was the wrong thing. Yes, you're right. It's a 5 with the control rig.
And then I thought, didn't you soup it up? I thought you got to increase speed on it.
No, I increased the handling so that I
Ah.
can do like sharp turns and stuff.
No, makes sense. So yeah, you would lose 1 success here. But you dig in, this thing almost instantly goes from standing still to top speed. Would you actually make me a handling check to make sure you don't spill out here? Okay, so yeah, you don't wreck. You're bouncing along the rubble of the previous buildings and tanks of what used to have been water here, just being strewn out everywhere. You pull out into the road, and as you guys begin pulling away, a group of bikes come from a side road and begin trying to try to get out behind you as best they can. And Juliet, you actually begin getting followed by a fairly large vehicle behind you. So you just roll me initiative. All right, so one of you get to go first.
Well, if you guys don't mind,
Go for it.
we're going to. What's the terrain like here?
It's not horrible, but it's not great because it's the Barrens. You're looking at a terrain modifier of a 3. So for you, a 2.
All right. These guys probably aren't rigged in. So we're going to use the oil slick sprayer behind us.
Love it. It's a classic.
You got to if you're a racer, right? I'll use my other action for another peel out to keep us moving at speed. And if possible,
That would be a breakaway action.
okay. So we'll do that. If possible, what we're going to do is turn the corner anywhere we see that there's a corner to turn, and that's when we'll activate the oil slick, and then we'll do the breakaway action.
So make me a driving check with using your handling as your limit. Are you at the amount of successes?
But yeah, for now I am.
Okay. Well, it's their turn. So give me just a second. The bikers who are behind you handle it pretty well. Juliet, roll me 11 dice, please, for the car that you're driving into Dodge.
Sure.
All right. So Juliet, the D series gets hit. And Horatio, I need you to make me a dodge check at that as well. So to keep me from having to roll this multiple times, we're just going to use the same roll for each thing. And then Julia, would you make me a soak check? What's 18 plus 16?
24. All right.
34.
34. There we go.
So make me 31. So roll me 31 dice.
4 hits. Can I spend edge? Nah.
No, I'll let you use edge. You're in the vehicle. And Horatio, are you happy with the successes?
Yeah, we're gonna live with it.
There we go. 8 more hits.
All right, then Horatio, I need you to soak for your gopher. So Juliet, your truck doesn't take any damage. The fairly large vehicle that's following you, you see somebody slide up into a turret and begin spraying at you guys, but it clinks off of the back and doesn't seem to actually pierce the armor at all. Horatio, you feel bullets hitting you, but like all that actually causes damage is like a tail light breaks, some paint is scuffed, and nothing actually bites down real hard.
Oh.
So the other 3 of you get to go.
I'm gonna let the others go before me. They are likely a lot more suited.
So in that case, we're going to rip off a complex Solata.
So you just beam this thing.
Did it do more than scuff the paint?
So that would be not Team P that you're shooting.
And AP -3.
Your shots bury pretty deep into this thing. You see steam starting to come from the engine compartment, but it keeps going. So either improv or Kendall.
Well, Mr. GM,
What a
the vehicle that had the turret that just lit up the back end of the truck, how far away is that from us?
Well, that was the D series. You guys are separated currently.
Okay.
I'm just handling 2 combats at once.
Okay, but then whomever was it that was shooting at us in Horatio's truck? Was it just the people on the motorcycles?
You have a team of 3 motorcycles following you, and each of them have some sort of automatic weapon mounted to the front.
Okay, now I got it. Then what I would like to do, would it be possible to chuck a grenade? All of my grenades are on motion triggers, so once they hit the ground, in theory, it'll go off. Could I potentially chuck a grenade somewhere in between the 3 of them that might have a chance of hitting all of them?
You would have to directly hit the center one.
I can always give that a shot.
Yeah, like you would actually have to hit the guy driving.
And taking a -2 for being in a moving vehicle, correct?
Yep. Unless you can mount your arm in a gun port.
Well, that didn't work.
I would ask if you're happy with that amount of successes, but
I am all out of edge, so whew, whew. Sorry guys, I hope I didn't blow you all up.
well, you were throwing it at the person, so
Yeah.
actually make me just the direction roll.
That's a 2d6.
Yep. So unless you either get a 2, 12, or an 11.
Ha!
So it actually goes in the direction that you want it to, but it still doesn't explode where you want it to.
It adds drama and tension to everything. That's all you can ask for in this world.
All right, so improv.
I don't think I'd be particularly effective with my gun right now. I'm just going to see if I might be lucky enough for this thing to have a matrix signature.
They definitely do.
Okay.
So back at the top of the order.
If you guys don't mind, we're gonna do 2 things. We're gonna use a free action to activate the next batch of smoke, and then the next thing we're gonna do is use another free action to eject the road strip ejector, which is a bunch of spikes, which they shouldn't be able to see.
Sneaky. These guys appear to be very good who are following you. They're able to swerve to the side to avoid it, and while one of them has to fall back, they seem to be keeping up with you pretty well.
Well,
There
I
goes nothing.
really want to try that grenade thing again. So if Juliet wants to take a shot first, I'll do the grenade afterwards.
Simple full auto, 12 PA -3, 8 hits.
So you connect.
Let's just use brute force, shall we?
You drill this fairly large van that is following you, and the smoke goes from being like a white steam to black as the car begins falling off very quickly and turning away from the chase. So Juliet, you guys seem to be in the clear.
See you back at home, bud.
Improv and Kennel.
Oh yeah! And yes, that is me throwing a grenade at the lead motorcycle, trying to catch as many as I can.
You hit.
Woo! That is an HE grenade.
So what's the damage?
High explosive is 16p, AP -2, with a -2 per meter fall off.
The one that you hit loses half its arm.
Poor bastard. I'm sorry.
So it soaks a good amount, but it doesn't matter because the guy's still dead.
He put up a valiant fight with his corpse.
The other 2 actually seem to soak it better. They're very heavily damaged. They were about 4 meters apart on each side. One seems to be hanging in there pretty well. The other one is limping along. The driver looks awful. So improv, there are 2 bikes left.
Okay. Let's see if I can get one of them. Hey,
He rolled well.
he did.
Doesn't matter much. The one that actually seemed to soak the grenade really well, Kennel, is chugging along just fine. Then all of a sudden you see the guy who's driving it, his bike just swerves real hard and begins tumbling sideways.
Nice.
There you go.
And then Horatio, it's your turn.
We're gonna do a control vehicle just to keep us moving and try and do another breakaway. Let's edge that.
Nice.
Womp womp.
So he tries valiantly to catch up, spinning an edge to not wreck because he didn't make a control vehicle action, but is still unable to, as you were able to pull away.
Yeah.
Oh, Drek, last time we did this, the suspension fell out the back end and we got attacked by a helicopter.
Oh, don't worry. You
Speaking
could,
of which, Horatio, I'm joking. I'm
Oh,
joking.
no. I mean, you could always just throw that troll out. He looks heavy.
Hey. He is real heavy.
I know. I can feel it. You're making the back end sag. That's really hard on my hamstrings.
Red Hot rescued, Copper Cass rescued, Kennel's dad Sam rescued. It's been a crazy ride getting to this point, but man, does it feel good when you get to resolve some backstory through play. Unfortunately, Improv's player as Technology PR had to return to his home planet for a few days and left us at this point in the session, but he eventually managed to evade satellite detection and return to Earth the following week. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.